This is the last lanyard I got. I have a few more pins that aren't on the lanyard, but this is the last lanyard. It is Disney villain themed. Are we sensing a theme here? It's got all the villains on it, and on the other side it's got their faces on it, the Disney villain faces. Let's start from this side like we've been doing. This is probably gonna not show up very well on camera, but it is a picture of Donald Duck. I thought it looked cool, but now I'm not entirely sure what way I have it. This is a pin that I think is really cool. Back before, like way before Fast Passes, before anything else, when you bought a ticket to Disneyland, you had a book of tickets. And what you did for each ride is you would take a ticket out and you would give it to the person standing in front. I think it went A, B, C, D, maybe E and F. I'm not entirely sure. Each section of the park, I think, had each section of the park had a different letter, and then you only had a specific number of tickets for that letter, and it would say on the ticket which rides you could go on, and then when you ran out of tickets you couldn't go on any more rides. That's how that worked. I have a pin of the D ticket, which is the ticket for Tomorrowland, the People Mover, Rocket Jet Skyway, and the Disneyland Railroad. It is a D coupon. I thought it was really cool that there was a pin of that. I don't know if I can get the pins of all the other ones, but I think it'd be interesting if I could find them. Next we have this Disney Mickey Mouse rainbow head pin, which again, my way of saying, hey, look at me, I'm queer, without saying that, because I like rainbows. I love colors. That's why half of my wardrobe is different shades of black. Next we have this black, white, and pink circle pin with little Mickey Mouses in it because I like patterns and I thought it was cool. This one is adorable. This is a little pin of the mushroom from Fantasia, and Fantasia is a great movie because everybody sings and dances and there's very little talking, and I just really like the movie in general. Next we have this pin with the Queen of Hearts and her little sidekick because I get pins that I haven't seen before, and I hadn't seen her as a villain on a pin before, and I thought it would be great on my Disney villain lanyard. This is a picture of Walt Disney in different pictures of the black and white old-fashioned Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie. So he's in there, and I really like this pin. It's a throwback to that other pin that I gave up a churro for. Next we have this picture of the ballerina in the portraits that stretch in the Haunted Mansion, because I am a ballerina, and she was on a tightrope over, I think, alligators, but this glows in the dark, and I think it's just a really cool portrait. Now they have the longer ones that have the whole depiction, but they have different characters in each of the things. This is what I got when I was an angsty teen. It says, I'm right, you're wrong, any questions? And it has a picture of Grumpy, the angry dwarf from Snow White. We also went 10 years later after the 50th anniversary to Disneyland on the 60th anniversary, which I think we didn't do on purpose. It just happened out that way. I got this little pin that has Pluto and the castle and a diamond and 60 because 50 is a gold anniversary and 60 is a diamond anniversary, and I'm not sure what any of the other anniversaries are, but I know those two just because of Disneyland. And then my mom went a little overboard buying everybody pins for the 60th, and this is the one that I chose out of the ones she bought, and it's the castle, and it says Disneyland and 60, and it's got lots of little rhinestones on it. Next is a pin of Minnie Mouse in a portrait. It's black and white, and she's being cute, and it's basically the same thing, same pose that she does. She has a go-to pose just like me, where she's just smiling and being cute. Where is that pin? Yep, there it is. It's the same exact one. And then in my most recent trip to Disneyland with my brother, I got a few pins, 3. They're still on their little cases. So, like I mentioned before, Ursula and Hades are my favorite villains, and these are great pins of them because it is the face, the portrait, and not the full body. The full body, you don't get the full effect of the masterpiece that is their face. They're both sassy gay villain icons, and I love them. And then because I hadn't ever seen it before, and it's one of my dad and my favorite part of the ride, this pin of the head in a ball. She tells fortunes. She floats and calls on tambourines, but there's a little glass bubble over her, and so she looks like she's actually in the sphere, and I thought that was really cool. I like villains, apparently. Although, is she a villain or is she just a helpful person? A helpful head instead of a helpful hand. So yeah, now I'm going to take all of those off and I'm going to put them on the vest, and then when I go to Disneyland, I'll ignore fashion rules and I'll wear this denim vest that really makes me look like someone who is into women, which isn't wrong, but also So yeah, and I'll have pins on it. I'm excited for it. Are you excited for it? You won't know what it looks like until after I'm done. Probably going to show it to you though, because that's the kind of person I am. If you go to Disneyland often, do you collect pins? Do you like collect pictures? Do you collect anything? What do you do when you go to Disneyland? Let me know in the comments down below. Tell me which one's your favorite pin. I'd love to know. And I will see you guys next week.